Hello everyone, today I wanted to show you how to make a nice Flappy Bird game in Scratch. And we are going to delete our default sprite. I'm in Turbo Warp, it's the Dango Cat. And I'm just going to upload a sprite. I have pinned it here. And there he is, Flappy. And maybe I'm just going to grab out a change size block so I can control it better. It's 30 for me. And I'm just going to rename this to player. Now, you know why I wanted to make Flappy Bird? Because it covers everything from collisions to game overs and spawning and despawning sprites. And yes, so that's all you need to have a working game. So first we will set the Y to 0. And maybe we are going to position it here. This X. Okay. Which is -135. Okay, and then we can move it up until here. Perfect. Now grab a when flag clicked and start right into a forever loop. We can delete the my variable and make a new one. Call it speed y, which is the speed of the bird in the y direction. On the start we set it to 0, and in the loop we can change it by -1. And we can say change y by speed y. Okay, and now it will, maybe I want to position it here. So, and now it will fall down. And yeah, so it's affected by gravity. And now you can duplicate the whole thing here. And just going to delete all of this. And you can add an if, listening for the space key being pressed or the mouse button. On a mobile device that would be tapping the screen. And if space key pressed, then we can set our speed y variable to something positive like 12. And then we can stop doing that until the space key is no longer pressed. So yeah, that should do. Now let's see. Now we can jump, but it kind of looks odd because the bird is like straight ahead, even though it should actually rotate. And that's what we're going to do now. Add a point in direction in the script and add 91 or 90. Turns out 91 is a bit preciser. Add 91 to our speed y multiplied by -1.5. Now, if you would be to test that, you see like it rotates with the speed y, and that's very nice and awesome. And we can jump, but we still don't have any pipes to fall through them. So I'm just going to import another one. I'm going to do this one, HT. Also in the red tag, pipe. Here it is. And then in the costumes tab, I'm going to drag this down here. And then using the shift and the option key on Mac or Alt on Windows, just going to drag on it and it's going to clone itself and go up. Now this is our pipe. I'm just going to center it. And yeah, so when the flag is clicked, we want to hide. Okay, this is going to be another clone factory. And then we're going to wait for pick random 3.0 to 6.0, and yeah, and in that loop just create a clone of myself. Then you will see, oops, when we start as a clone we want to show. Okay, now let's see, there's one clone, another clone, another one, and another one. And it turns out there are going to be many clones, and maybe a bit too much even. And that's why we are going to add a positioning here. My favorite trick is like change X by 10, but in a forever loop. And click that. Now the X maximum is 306. And I can undo. 306. Then change X by -10. Click that. Now should go in the other direction. And yes, we do. We have a less than operator checking if the X position is less than -305. It has to be one less or greater than this number here, because this is the maximum. It can't go further than that. Okay, we are going to drop in a random generator in the Y, like -100 to 100, and we can start right into a forever loop here and check if our X position is less than that number we caught right now. Okay, and if that is so, we can delete this clone. And while we're waiting, we can change X by -3. Okay, I like this a lot. Let's see how it works. Now the first pipe. Okay, maybe we'll have to shrink down the player a bit or change the pipe sizes. Yeah, I'm really going to shrink this thing down a bit, like 20. Let's see, yeah, that's very much better. But I'm just going to decrease jump height. That will be 9. And I'm just going to move this pipe up by 10 pixels. Okay. Good. Okay, now our problem is that we can do this. Now, in the normal Flappy Bird, you cannot do that. So, I'm just going to add in another if in here. And make sure to have no other scripts in this because there is a wait until block and that pauses all other scripts. So, yeah. If we are touching our Mr. Pipe, then for now just stop all. Let's see. Can fly through here. Fly through here. And we die here. Good. Now, we can say that if we are touching the pipe, or we are touching our dear edge, and then we can also stop all, which makes us die here, which makes us die here, and which makes us die here. Okay, now I'm just going to maybe draw a nice backdrop. Okay, now we can drop down the opacity a bit if you're on turbo warp. And yeah, I really like this. And the thing we could do is like a boom effect when we receive a message, like boom. Then we can make a new variable, flat x for all sprites, and set that to 15. And then repeat flat x, change x by flat x, and then set flat x to, change it by -1. Well, I'm not really sure if that works, but we can try it. And then set it to itself, or 0 minus itself. Okay, we still have to broadcast boom. No. Okay, now this didn't work as I wanted it to. Yeah, that's really what I wanted. Then we can put this to a broadcast and wait here, and then drag this on here, but just remove this set flat. Okay, now let's see, we can fly, we can smack, but the only thing we can't do is that we can not stop all, we can broadcast, just broadcast boom. No, maybe we can broadcast and wait boom, and here we can stop other scripts in sprite. Okay, let's see, that should work. Okay, now that is not really what I wanted. We can stop other scripts and sprite in here too. And maybe we'll have to set flatx here too. Like 15, like in the other one. And now, let's see. Okay, that was smooth. Now, I'm just going to name the game Flappy Bird. And let's see what we can do after this. Then, when it's finished, or we broadcast and wait it here, so we can say then broadcast game. Enter. So we could replace this when I receive game. And here we could do the exact same thing. Perfecto. With that, you should have a working Flappy Bird game with a smooth death animation. But the only problem when flag clicked, broadcast game. Okay. Now with that, you should have a working Flappy Bird game with a smooth death animation. You could add in clone counters. You can add in, I don't know, counters how many points you have, score, or you can do whatever you want. And yeah, so I hope you have fun. You can play around with the gravity values if you want, but yeah, so scratch on.